All right, so last night on this program, we had huge news with The Hill's John Solomon breaking the story that the Justice Department official Bruce Orr, under oath in congressional testimony, revealing to high-ranking DOJ FBI officials that Christopher Steele and his dossier was, in fact, connected and paid for by Clinton and very well would be politically biased. Our own Greg Jarrett now explores the major legal consequences of this in his new article entitled, out on FoxNews.com, Mueller's team knew dossier kicking off Trump investigation was biased and defective. Here to discuss the details, author of the #1 bestseller, Russia Hoax, the illicit scheme to clear Hillary Clinton, frame Donald Trump, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett, and the author of the bestseller License to Lie, Exposing Corruption in the Justice Department, former federal prosecutor Sidney Powell is back with us. All right, Greg, let's start with your column, and let's now take it. So in August of 2016, Bruce Orr warns everybody, all the people in the FBI, the upper echelon, and DOJ. Warns them, oh, Hillary paid for this, biased, and Christopher Steele hates Trump.
Right. So they knew it's paid for by Hillary Clinton. They knew that it's written by a guy who'd do anything to stop Donald Trump. They should have dropped it, therefore, in the trash can. They didn't. They thought it was gold. We don't care if it's phony or not. We'll use it as a pretext to frame Donald Trump.
Russian lies.
Right.
Paid for. Okay.
Right. So who does Bruce Orr tell? We've now confirmed, I've been able to confirm as well, much of his deposition testimony. He implicates two top officials at the Department of Justice who are now on the special counsel's team of partisans, and two others at the FBI who were on it who have since left. So now we know, you've often asked me, why isn't Mueller investigating the FBI and the DOJ for Hillary Russian collusion? I think we now know the answer. 4 people on his own panel were implicated.
Including one Andrew Weissman, we talk about all the time.
Zainab Ahmad, Andrew Weissman, and, of course, the infamous Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, all 4
knew about
were
this.
on. Yeah, they all knew in the summer of 2016 that this thing was suspect.
So if he's supposedly looking at Russian interference, Hillary pays for Russian lies about her opponent that they are peddling.
Right.
Even we have our own intel community peddling to the American people.
Right.
So they do it to steal an election. Then they do it to get a FISA warrant. You know what everyone tells? Why aren't any of these people ever investigated? Where's the grand jury? When is somebody going to do their job?
Because you had the incompetent and feckless Jeff Sessions in charge, and Rod Rosenstein, who signed off on one of the FISA warrants improperly.
And he knew it was bought and paid for.
That's right. He's been
and not verified.
He's been obstructing ever since. So Sessions is gone. Rosenstein will soon be gone. William Barr will become the Attorney General. And I'm fairly confident he will investigate.
If he doesn't, then we're a banana republic. Sidney, let me go to you. You know a lot about Andrew Weissman because you wrote about him. He's Mueller's pit bull. Now he knew about this, and they're looking into Russia collusion, and they never touched this?
Sean, I'm sure Mr. Weissman was very involved in it. He might have even helped draft the FISA applications. He would have known about it from the first conversation he had with Christopher Steele. I mean, this kind of fabrication is right up Mr. Weissman's alley, as you know from reading License to Lie yourself. He's very good at making up crimes and making up the factual narrative he wants to suit whatever crime he wants to charge. That's his standard operating procedure,
but
while
Sidney,
he hides the evidence that
worse.
shows people are innocent.
Because remember, Bruce Orr, after Steele's fired for lying and leaking by the FBI, they still wanted more contact with him. His contact was Bruce Orr. And they're writing about, we have Christopher Steele, who built this lying, phony dossier that's debunked, now giving information to Bruce Orr to funnel to the special counsel Robert Mueller himself. We have that evidence.
Oh, yes. Yes. And I think it goes back farther than that, Sean. I think it goes back to 2015 when Comey gave illegal access to the raw NSA data to 3 private contractors. I would bet that one of those is Fusion GPS, and that they were mining that data to create this phony dossier with Christopher Steele in the first place.
So for
and then
2 years,
recycled
though,
it through him.
2 years it's been Trump-Russia. And they knew from the get-go that Hillary paid for Russian lies that were disseminated to the American people, and then they use those lies that they knew were lies, never verified it. If they would have done their job, they sign off at it as gospel truth to get a warrant, shred the Constitution, shred the Fourth Amendment to spy on a Trump campaign associate. And they're the people in charge of looking into Russian collusion?
Exactly. They lied to the FISA court. And Mr. Rosenstein signed the applications. Mr. Comey signed the applications. There are others who signed those applications as well, whose names have been redacted. We need to know who those people are. The investigation that Mr. Mueller started should have been of those people and never of the Trump campaign at all. It's egregious government misconduct. The Mueller witch hunt should be ended immediately, and the entire team should be disbanded. And they're the ones that should be investigated. I don't know, Sean. I mean, I'm still concerned about Mr. Barr's personal relationship with Mr. Mueller.
So am I. You're not.
No. Look, the bottom line here is there was no Trump collusion, but there was Hillary, FBI, Department of Justice collusion, and 4 people on Mueller's special counsel team involved.
And also, we know that they literally lied to a FISA court and committed fraud. All right.